St. John Paul II wrote a beautiful encyclical. Back in the year 2000, it was a wonderful encyclical that said, "We are the Church of the Eucharist. Without the Eucharist, we don't exist." Welcome back yet again. We're following during these Lenten days the wonderful experience of the presence of the Lord in our lives so that we can, realizing that we are dust and to dust will return, we can only do so much, but with God's grace we can accomplish so more than we ever hoped or imagined, St. Paul said. And so recently we just talked about the woman at the well, the Samaritan woman who engaged with Jesus at this living water that he promised. Not the water in the well so much, but that water that he promised that would well up within inside her. The waters of grace, the waters of life, living water. This is what refreshes. And we even mentioned last time that in these days, when we're concerned about a very serious health threat throughout the world, we realize that we are just dust. We can only do so much. But this is when we need God most of all, to be able to remember, to keep before us, yes, I am a believer. Yes, Jesus overcame all the onslaughts of the devil. Yes, Jesus showed the disciples what it would be at the glory of the resurrection. And by his transfiguration on the mount, he overwhelmed them with what was yet to be. Isn't that what we need to keep before us? Not to become so frightened that we forget who we really are and the strength we really have. We are the Church of the Eucharist. St. John Paul II wrote a beautiful encyclical. Back in the year 2000, it was a wonderful encyclical that said, "We are the Church of the Eucharist. Without the Eucharist, we don't exist." And even as Pope Benedict then, following up after Pope John Paul II, he wrote a beautiful apostolic exhortation. Sacramentum Caritatis, the sacrament of charity, the deepest charity and love. For when true love exists, as Scripture says, we are willing to lay down our life. Jesus laid down his life for us out of love. This is the sacrament of Jesus. He laid down his life so we could take it up again with him. We will celebrate Eucharist. We are trying to bring it even more and more into your home through the means of television, EWTN, Boston Television, and we in the diocese, several parishes live stream, and we at the cathedral will begin to do the same. We will have reflected on the world's need for Jesus. Hope for the world, the bread of life. Thank you for being with us again today. If you'd like to follow us, please subscribe to our YouTube channel. We'd be very, very happy to have you even review over and over again some of these things to make sure I'm right, okay? God bless you all. Have a blessed continuing of Lent. Glory to Jesus Christ. Glory forever.